I wake before the sun touches the sky. My small room sits above the bakery, and the air smells faintly of yesterday's bread. I stretch my arms slowly and feel the softness of my blanket slide away. The floor is cool beneath my feet. I stand and move to the window. Outside, the clouds drift past in their slow way. They move like they always do, white and grey and sometimes pale pink when the light is just right. I pull on my apron. It's the same one I wear every day. The fabric is soft from washing, and the strings tie in a bow at my back. I run my hands over the front of it to smooth it down. My shoes are by the door where I left them. I slip them on, first the left, then the right. The laces tie easily. I've tied them the same way for years. The stairs creak as I walk down. Each step makes its own small sound. I count them without meaning to. 7 steps down to the landing, 3 more to the main floor. The bakery is dark and quiet. I light the first lantern near the door. The match scratches and then blooms into a small flame. The lantern glows amber. I light another by the counter, and then one more by the ovens. The room fills with warm light that pushes the darkness into the corners. I move to the ovens. They're cold now, but they won't be for long. I open the iron door and look inside. The bricks are dark and waiting. I gather kindling from the box beside the wall. The pieces are small and dry. I arrange them carefully, building a small pile. I add larger pieces of wood on top. The match strikes again, and I hold it to the kindling. The fire catches slowly, then grows. I watch it for a moment. The flames curl and move. I close the oven door partway to let it breathe. While the oven warms, I prepare my workspace. The counter is long and made of worn wood. I've worked at this counter for so many mornings that my hands know every groove. I gather flour from the large barrel in the corner. The scoop dips down and comes up full. I pour it into a wide bowl. The flour makes a soft sound as it falls. I add salt from the small jar. Just a pinch. My fingers know how much without measuring. Water from the pitcher goes in next. I pour slowly and watch it sink into the flour. Then I begin to mix. My hands move through the dough, folding and pressing. The texture changes under my fingers. At first it's rough and shaggy, then it becomes smooth. I knead the dough on the counter, pushing it away with the heels of my hands, then folding it back. Push and fold, push and fold. The rhythm is steady and familiar. The oven is warmer now. I check the fire and add another log. The flames lick around it and pull it in. I close the door most of the way again. The bakery is warming too. I can feel it in the air. The chill of morning is fading. I shape the dough into rounds. My hands cup each piece and turn it gently until it forms a smooth ball. I place them on the wooden board to rest. They sit in a row, each one the same size as the last. I cover them with a clean cloth. The cloth is soft and white. I let the dough rest while I prepare the next batch. Outside, the sky is beginning to lighten. I glance toward the window. The clouds are touched with pale color now. Pink and gold and soft lavender. The city is still quiet. I can hear the occasional sound of a door closing somewhere, or footsteps on the cobblestones below. But mostly it's quiet. I make another batch of dough, flour, salt, water. My hands move through the same motions, mixing, kneading, shaping. The repetition is soothing. I don't have to think about what comes next. My body knows. The first rounds of dough have risen slightly under their cloth. I uncover them and see they've grown softer, fuller. I shape them again, gently, and place them on the baking stone. The oven is hot now. I can feel the heat when I open the door. I slide the stone inside and close the door. The bread will bake slowly. I'll check it soon. While the bread bakes, I prepare other things. There are rolls to make, small and round. I portion the dough into pieces and roll each one between my palms. They form smooth little spheres. I arrange them on another stone. They'll bake after the loaves come out. The smell of baking bread begins to fill the bakery. It's warm and yeasty and comforting. I breathe it in. This is my favorite part of the morning. The smell means everything is as it should be. I check the bread. The tops are turning golden. I leave them a little longer. While I wait, I wipe down the counter. The cloth moves in slow circles over the wood. I clean the flour dust away. Everything should be tidy before the day truly begins. The bread is ready. I use the long paddle to pull the stone from the oven. The loaves are golden brown, and when I tap the bottom of one, it sounds hollow. I set them on the cooling rack. They make small crackling sounds as they cool. I slide the rolls into the oven to bake. The sun is higher now. Light comes through the windows and makes bright rectangles on the floor. I unlock the front door of the bakery. The street outside is waking. A few people walk past. Some nod to me. I nod back. The day is beginning in its usual way. I arrange the loaves on the shelf behind the counter. They sit in neat rows. The rolls come out of the oven, golden and warm. I arrange them beside the bread. The bakery looks full and ready. The first customer arrives just as I'm straightening the cloth over the bread basket. She's an older woman who comes most mornings. She buys 2 rolls and a small loaf. I wrap them for her in paper. She smiles and thanks me. Her voice is soft. She leaves, and the bell above the door chimes gently. More people come as the morning goes on. They buy bread and rolls. Some ask for something special, and I tell them what I have. A man buys a large loaf for his family. A young couple buys rolls still warm from the oven. I wrap each purchase carefully. The paper crinkles as I fold it. Between customers, I continue my work. There's always more dough to mix, more bread to shape. My hands move through the familiar motions. Flour, salt, water, mix and knead, shape and rest. The rhythm carries me through the morning. By midday, the first rush has passed. The bakery is quieter. I take a moment to eat something myself. A roll from the morning's batch, torn into pieces. I eat it slowly, standing by the window. The clouds outside are bright white now, piled high and soft-looking. The city stretches out across them, buildings of pale stone and dark wood. Narrow streets wind between them, and bridges arch over empty space where clouds drift below. I finish my small meal and return to work. There are always more things to do. I check the flour supply and make a note to get more soon. I wipe down the counter again. I rearrange the loaves on the shelf to fill in the gaps where bread has been sold. Another customer comes in, then another. The afternoon passes in this way. People come and go. I wrap bread and exchange quiet words. The bell chimes. The door opens and closes. As evening approaches, I begin to slow down. The last loaves are cooling on the rack. I won't bake more today. What's left will be sold tomorrow, or I'll keep it for myself. I start to clean the bakery. I sweep the floor, pushing the broom in long, even strokes. The bristles whisper against the wood. I wipe down the counter again, scrubbing away any stubborn flour. The ovens are cooling now. I let the fire die down to embers. The warmth lingers in the air. I blow out the lanterns one by one, the one by the counter, the one by the door, the one by the ovens. The bakery dims. Outside, the sky is turning soft colors again. Orange and pink and deepening blue. I lock the front door and turn the sign. The day is done. I climb the stairs to my room above. 7 steps to the landing, 3 more to the top. My room is small and familiar. The bed is against one wall, the window against another. I move to the window and look out. The city is settling into evening. Lanterns are being lit in windows. The warm glow dots the buildings. People are finishing their work, going home, preparing their evening meals. The clouds below are turning purple and grey. The sky above is darkening slowly. I change out of my apron and hang it on the hook by the door. My dress is simple and comfortable. I sit on the edge of my bed and unlace my shoes. First the right, then the left. I set them aside. My feet are tired in the good way that comes from a full day of work. I don't have anything pressing to do this evening. I could read, but I don't feel like it. I could go for a walk, but I'm content to stay here. Instead, I just sit. I look out the window and watch the light fade. The clouds shift and drift. They move so slowly you can barely see it. But if you watch long enough, you notice they've changed position. I think about the bread I baked today, the way the dough felt in my hands, the smell that filled the bakery, the faces of the people who came to buy from me. These are simple things, but they're mine. They make up my days. After a while, I prepare a simple supper for myself. Bread, of course, a slice of cheese, some fruit from the market. I eat slowly, sitting by the window. The food is plain but good. I savor each bite. When I finish, I wash my dishes in the basin. The water is cool and clean. I dry them and put them away, everything in its place. The sky is fully dark now. Stars are beginning to appear. I can see them through the window, small and distant. The clouds below are dark shapes. The lanterns in the city glow like small fires scattered across the darkness. I feel the tiredness in my body. It's a pleasant tiredness, the kind that comes from good work. I prepare for bed. I wash my face and hands. The water is cool against my skin. I change into my night clothes. They're soft and worn from many washings. I climb into bed and pull the blanket over me. The pillow is soft beneath my head. I settle into the familiar comfort of my bed. Through the window, I can see a few stars and the dark shapes of clouds. Tomorrow I'll wake again before the sun. I'll light the ovens and mix the dough. I'll knead and shape and bake. I'll sell bread to the people who come to my bakery. The day will unfold in its familiar way. And then another evening will come, and I'll climb the stairs to my room again. But that's tomorrow. Right now, I'm here in my bed, warm and still. I close my eyes. The bakery is quiet below. The city is quiet around me. The clouds drift in their slow way. I think about the dough, the way it feels under my hands. Soft at first, then smooth. The pushing and folding. Push and fold. Push and fold. The rhythm of it. The way my hands know what to do without thinking. Flour and salt and water. Simple things coming together. I think about the ovens, the fire catching, the flames curling, the warmth spreading, the smell of bread baking, warm and yeasty, filling the air, the loaves turning golden, the sound they make when I tap them, hollow and light. I think about the customers, the older woman who comes most mornings, her soft voice, the way she smiles, the man who buys a large loaf, the young couple, their faces familiar and kind, the bell above the door, the gentle chime it makes. My breathing is slow and steady, in and out, in and out. The blanket is warm, the pillow is soft, the room is dark and quiet. I think about the clouds, the way they drift past the window, white and grey and sometimes pink, moving slowly, always moving, but so slowly you barely see it. They're there in the morning when I wake. They're there in the evening when I go to bed. Always drifting, always soft and slow. The city stretches across them, buildings of pale stone, narrow streets, bridges arching over empty space, lanterns glowing in windows, people living their lives in the same steady way I live mine, waking and working and eating and sleeping. Simple days, familiar rhythms. I think about my room, small and comfortable, the bed, the window, the hook where my apron hangs, everything in its place, everything familiar. I know this room in the dark. I know where everything is. The shape of the window, the feel of the blanket, the softness of the pillow. Tomorrow the sun will rise, the sky will lighten, the clouds will turn pink and gold. I'll wake and stretch. I'll put on my apron. First the left shoe, then the right. I'll walk down the stairs. 7 steps to the landing. 3 more to the main floor. I'll light the lanterns, the one by the door, the one by the counter, the one by the ovens, amber light pushing darkness into corners. I'll open the oven door, I'll build the fire, kindling first, then larger pieces, the match striking, the flame catching, the fire growing. I'll close the door partway to let it breathe. I'll gather flour, the scoop dipping into the barrel, pouring into the bowl, soft sound of falling flour, salt, just a pinch, water from the pitcher, mixing, my hands moving through the dough, folding and pressing, kneading, push and fold, push and fold, the rhythm steady and familiar, the dough becoming smooth under my hands, shaping into rounds, placing them on the board, covering with the cloth, soft and white, letting them rest, the smell of baking bread, warm and yeasty, filling the bakery, filling the air, the loaves turning golden, the crackling sound as they cool, customers coming, the bell chiming, wrapping bread in paper, the paper crinkling, quiet words exchanged, smiles and nods, the day unfolding in its usual way. But that's tomorrow. Right now I'm here, in my bed, in my room, in the city and the clouds. The blanket is warm, the pillow is soft, the room is dark. My body is tired in the good way. My hands are tired from kneading dough, My feet are tired from standing, but it's a pleasant tiredness, the kind that means I've done good work, the kind that means I can rest now. I breathe slowly, in and out, in and out. The air is cool in my room. It smells faintly of bread, always faintly of bread. That smell is part of my life, part of my home, warm and comforting. The clouds drift outside. I can't see them now in the darkness, but I know they're there, always drifting, always moving in their slow way, white and grey, soft and silent. They'll be there in the morning when I wake. They'll be there in the evening when I return to bed. Always there, always the same. The city is quiet. A few lanterns still glow in windows. Most people are sleeping now, in their beds like me, resting after their days. Tomorrow they'll wake and work again. They'll come to my bakery and buy bread. They'll smile and nod. And then they'll go about their days. Everything continues in its way, the same and always the same, comforting in its sameness. The rhythm of days, waking and working and resting, simple and steady. I think about the counter in the bakery, long and made of worn wood. I know every groove. My hands know it without looking. I think about the way I wipe it down, the cloth moving in slow circles, cleaning away the flour dust, making everything tidy. I think about the cooling racks, the bread sitting on them, making small crackling sounds, the loaves arranged in neat rows, golden brown and warm, the rolls beside them, small and round. I think about the door, the way it opens and closes, the bell chiming above it, gentle and soft, the sign that hangs there, the one I turn in the evening, closed for the day. I think about the stairs, 7 steps to the landing, 3 more to the top, each one creaking in its own way. I know the sound of each step. I could walk them in the dark. I have walked them in the dark. My breathing is slower now, deeper, in and out, in and out. The rhythm of it matching the rhythm of my thoughts, slow and steady, peaceful. The flour in the barrel, white and fine, the scoop dipping down, coming up full, pouring into the bowl, the soft sound it makes, salt from the small jar, just a pinch, my fingers knowing how much without measuring, water from the pitcher, pouring slowly, sinking into the flour, mixing, hands moving through the dough, folding and pressing, the texture changing, rough at first, then smooth, kneading, push and fold, the counter solid beneath my hands, the dough soft and elastic, push and fold, shaping, hands cupping the dough, turning it gently, forming smooth rounds, each one the same size, placing them on the board, the cloth covering them, soft and white, the dough resting beneath it, rising slowly, growing fuller, softer, the oven, hot and waiting, the stone sliding inside, the door closing, the bread baking, the smell beginning, warm, yeasty, comforting, the loaves turning golden, the tops browning, the hollow sound when I tap them, ready, the cooling rack, the crackling sounds, the warmth of fresh bread, the customers, their faces familiar, their voices soft, the bread wrapped in paper, the paper crinkling, quiet words, smiles, the day passing, Morning to midday, midday to evening, the light changing, the clouds drifting, the evening coming, the ovens cooling, the lanterns going out, one by one, the bakery dimming, the stairs, 7 steps to the landing, 3 more to the top, my room, small and familiar, the bed, the window, the hook on the door, sitting by the window, watching the light fade, the clouds turning purple and grey, the sky darkening, stars appearing, distant and small, supper, simple and good, bread and cheese and fruit, eating slowly, savouring each bite, preparing for bed, washing face and hands, the cool water, changing into night clothes, soft and worn, climbing into bed, the blanket, the pillow, settling into comfort, the room dark and quiet, the city quiet around me, the clouds drifting, tomorrow coming, but not yet. Right now, just this, just rest, just peace, just the soft darkness and the warm blanket and the quiet room, breathing slowly, in and out, thinking about simple things, familiar things, the counter, the dough, the ovens, the bread, the customers, the stairs, the window, the clouds, everything in its place, everything as it should be, the rhythm of days, waking and working and resting, simple and steady and good, the clouds drifting, always drifting, white and grey and soft, moving so slowly, barely moving at all, but always moving, always there, the city sleeping, lanterns dimming, people in their beds, resting, dreaming, peaceful, my bed warm, my pillow soft, my blanket pulled close, my room dark, my body tired in the good way, my mind quiet, flour and salt and water, mixing, kneading, push and fold, the rhythm, steady, familiar, the smell of bread, warm, yeasty, comforting, filling the air, always faintly there, the counter, long and worn, knowing every groove, the cloth, soft and white, covering the dough, the oven, warm and glowing, the fire inside, curling flames, the loaves, golden brown, hollow sound, ready, the door, opening and closing, the bell, gentle chime, the stairs, 7 steps, 3 more, each one creaking, the window, looking out, clouds drifting, sky changing, light fading, the bed, the blanket, the pillow, the darkness, the quiet, breathing, in and out, slow, steady, deep, the clouds, white, grey, soft, drifting, always drifting, the city, quiet, peaceful, sleeping, the bakery, below, silent, dark, waiting for morning, tomorrow, but not yet. Right now, just this, just rest, just peace, the blanket, warm, the pillow, soft, the darkness, gentle, the quiet, complete, breathing, slow, in and out, the clouds, drifting, white and grey, soft and slow, always moving, barely moving. There in the morning, there in the evening, always there. The rhythm of days, waking, working, resting, simple, steady, good, the counter, the dough, the ovens, the bread, push and fold, the rhythm, familiar, soothing, the smell, warm, yeasty, always there, the window, the clouds, drifting, slow, the bed, the blanket, the pillow, warm, soft, dark, quiet, breathing, in and out, slow, deep, peace, rest, the clouds, drifting, the city, sleeping, the bakery, waiting, tomorrow, but not yet, just this, just now, just rest, breathing, slow, in, out, the clouds, white, grey, soft, drifting, always, drifting, the rhythm, steady, the days, simple, the bread, warm, the work, good, the rest, peaceful, the room, dark, the bed, soft, the blanket, warm, breathing, in, out, slow, deep, quiet, still, the clouds, drifting, always, drifting, white, grey, soft, slow, the city, sleeping, the bakery, dark, the room, quiet, the bed, warm, breathing, in, out, peace, rest, still, quiet, the clouds, drifting, soft, slow, always, there, the rhythm, steady, the days, simple, the work, good, the rest, here, now, breathing, in, out, slow, deep, the clouds, white, grey, drifting, the city, quiet, the room, dark, the bed, soft, warm, rest, peace, still, breathing, in, out, the clouds, drifting, always, drifting, soft, slow, there, here, now, rest, peace, still, quiet, breathing, slow, deep, in, out, the clouds, drifting, white, grey, soft, the room, dark, the bed, warm, rest, peace, breathing, in, out, slow, the clouds, drifting, always soft, slow, there, rest, peace, still, breathing, in, out, the clouds, drifting, soft, rest, peace, breathing, slow, in, out, the clouds, drifting, soft, rest, breathing, in, out, peace, the clouds, drifting, rest, breathing, slow, peace, the clouds, soft, rest, breathing, peace, drifting, rest, breathing, peace, rest, peace, breathing,